Hi there! Thank you so much for joining me today. This is Julie DiMatteo from thepaperpixie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the US. And in this video tutorial, I've got a really quick and easy fun fold card for you. It's a flap fun fold, and I'm using the Frosted Gingerbread bundle and the Gingerbread and Peppermint Designer Series paper. I wanted to show you how easy this is to make, so let's jump right into it. We're going to start with a piece of thick basic white cardstock that measures 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches, and I've scored it right down the middle at 4 1/4. I'm going to turn it to the 5.5 inch side, and I'm going to line up the right edge at 1 3/8. I like to line that up right here on the right side. And then I'm going to cut, but I'm going to stop then at that center score line, or the 4 1/4 inch mark, if you're looking at the measurements along the cutting arm. I'm going to lift that up, and we're going to rotate this, and I'm going to line up again that right edge at 1 3/8. This time we're going to start at 4 1/4 and then cut down. And then what that leaves us with are these two cuts starting at that middle score line. Now, using my paper snips, I'm just going to cut right up that score line and remove those two narrower sections. And then we have a piece that looks like this. You can save these two pieces in your scrap stash, great for sentiments or other punch outs. And I just want to share the template with you to show you what we did. Again, that was 5.5 by 8.5, scored down the middle at 4 1/4. Then we turned it to the 5.5 inch side and cut at 1 3/8 down to the score line. Rotated at 180 and cut at 1 3/8 from the score line down, and that removed these two sections. Next, I'm just going to fold and burnish then on that score line. And that's the basics of the flap fun fold. Next, I have two pieces of the Gingerbread and Peppermint Designer Series paper, and these pieces measure 1 1/4 inches by 4 inches. I'm just going to apply liquid glue. And the easiest way to line these up is to close that flap, and then I'm going to slide this paper right down to that flap. We have 1/8 inch of the basic white around the sides and the top, and then I've got this Designer Series paper just sliding right down to this flap here. Do the same thing to the bottom piece. The liquid glue really helps us here, because then I can just slide that right up to that flap and get that right into place, like so. Next, I have a piece of the Gingerbread and Peppermint that measures 1 inch by 4 1/4 inches. I'm going to adhere that to the bottom of the flap, like so. Now here's a peek at the Frosted Gingerbread bundle. I love this stamp set, and we're going to use the sentiment, "You're the icing to my gingerbread." This is the gingerbread dies that you can get bundled with the stamp set at a 10% discount. Now, using real red ink, I'm going to go ahead and stamp that sentiment. I like to open the card like so I've got a flat surface for stamping. Then I'm stamping that towards the top right. And while we have the ink pad out on the inside, I'm going to stamp the trio of peppermint swirls. And we'll just stamp that right on the inside. Now I've got a piece of the Designer Series paper. These images are great because you can use the dies to cut out these images. Makes it really, really easy. So I'm going to grab the ornament die. I'm going to go ahead and lay that on my Designer Series paper. And then just hold it there with a Post-it note. And I'm going to run this through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. There's our cute gingerbread ornament cut out. I'm going to grab a trio of dimensionals. We'll pop that up on the front of the card on an angle. Then I'm going to add a linen thread bow, but I want to double it over, so I've got a double loop going on. So I'm going to fold about 12 inches in half here and do a bunny ears bow. Really cute with those double loops. I'm going to take a glue dot and just kind of roll it back on itself. I call it a burrito roll. We'll hide that behind the knot. Place that on our ornament, and then we'll add one little rhinestone to finish off the card. And there we have our quick and easy flap fun fold card. I love the way this looks, and I love the little extra bit of interest it adds to this card. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss my next video. If you're interested in purchasing any of the Stampin' Up! Products I used today, they'll be linked in the description. And I'll also include a link to my detailed blog post with all project measurements, details, and a picture of the template. I'd love to have you come visit me at thepaperpixie.com, where I post projects to inspire you. And if you don't want to miss a thing, you can subscribe to receive blog updates via email, and you'll receive an email each time I publish a new post. You can shop with me anytime at thepaperpixie.com/shop. And if you're interested in a discount on your Stampin' Up! Purchases, the starter kit is the ultimate bundle, and it's a great way to fulfill your wish list for less. You can purchase the starter kit at thepaperpixie.com/join, and I'd love to welcome you to my team of Paper Pixies in the Stampin' Up! Family. If you don't already have a demonstrator and you'd like complimentary copies of our current catalogs, you can submit a catalog request at thepaperpixie.com/happymail. And if you give this fun fold a try, I'd love to see what you made, so feel free to share it on social media with the hashtag #PaperPixie, and I'll be sure to check it out. Thanks again for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed day. Take care. Bye.